just so hot. So today I'm going to be explaining or just talking about my personal experience at the SM Global Audition that happened in Malaysia on the 11th of November 2017. I had sent in the email 2 days before the initial audition, and that was really bad because I think they were replying to emails in October, but I had saw somewhere in the website that said the deadline was like a day before the audition. That is a lie. I think that was for something else. So the day before, I was like at work and I was freaking out. So I was like tweeting out like, hey, if anyone has gotten the reply from SM regarding the place and time for the audition, can you send me a screenshot so I can know how it looks like if I receive it? A few people did send me the screenshot, so thank you to those people, but you know, it was still not my email, so I did not know if I could go or not. Obviously I did go, that's why I'm filming this video. How I ended up going was that I initially DM'd someone asking like if they could give me their slot because they had tweeted out they can't go. But you know, she wasn't comfortable with it and it was fine. Then another girl had DM'd me, Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, because like without you I don't think I would have gone because I would have been too scared to show up without an email, without a slot. So thank you very much, Sarah. Shout out to you. Sarah had given me a slot, so I was prepared to say that, oh, you didn't reply to my email, but I have a slot by someone else, because it says on the website that you have to present an email upon registration. I just had to secure an email before I go because I didn't want to go for no reason, of course. The email I had gotten from Sarah had actually told me to arrive at 5 or 5:30, and it said please come on time because like we need to do the registration and everything. So I intended on going at 5 originally, but I have a friend who went at around 9 or 10 a.m. I saw she had actually reached around that time, and I was like, oh wow, you went so early. And she said something along the lines like she thinks it was first come first served, which was true because even though my email told me to come at 5, I went at 11 or 12. It was in fact first come first served. Upon arrival, I reached to the lobby of the hotel. The audition was being held at a hotel called the Federal, and the hotel staff greeted me, and I just asked, oh, where do I go for the SM audition? And they directed me to the second floor, ballroom 2. So that's where I proceeded to go. As I reached the second floor, I was still a bit lost because I was looking for like a really long line, because I watched like a lot of SM audition experiences before this, and every single video I watched there was like a really long line and you had to like wait really long time, but there was no line in like the Malaysian one. So I was lucky for that because I did not feel like waiting in a line for a long day. I was prepared for it though, but lucky enough I did not have to wait in a long line. Thank you SM for actually doing something right. After that, I went up the stairs to ballroom 2 and I asked the staff, where do I go for registration now? And the staff was like, oh, just go to your right. And as I went to my right, this is like the weirdest, like this is what frustrated me the most. Like I was like stressing out so much the night before trying to find an email so I could get in, so I have a slot, so I can audition. They didn't even ask me to present the email. All my stress was for nothing. As I walked like towards the door that's like going to ballroom 2 where everyone's like waiting to audition, there is 2 people, one to my right and one to my left, and the girl on my left was just took off like a sticker number and she just planted it onto my shirt. Like I didn't know what was going on, everything was going by so fast. And then the other girl on this side gave me a form to fill out, and they just pushed me into the room, and I was like, okay, no email, no nothing, no verification. Upon entering the hall, they will tell you to sit at a chair according to your numbers. So my number was 22313. So basically I think it started from 22000. So basically I'm number 303 and this is my number. So I was told to sit next to 22312 and 22311, which I talked to them as well. So while we were sitting there, we had to fill out the form. Basically what the form asks for is your name, your date of birth, your height and weight, your level of education, and where you're currently studying at if you are studying. Also, it asks for your position, like which position you're going for, whether it be singer, dancer, rapper, model, comedian, I think, something to do with commercials also as well, and composer and songwriter. So obviously I went for the singing option because, you know, all the 3 videos I have is on me singing. And then at the bottom, it asked what kind of experience you had. So I just put in like whatever experience I had as a singer or whatever as well. And then behind it tells you all like the terms and conditions. I read it because I don't know if like in case something happened, so I read the first time in my life I read the terms condition, so I signed the paper. And then after that we sit for a while, and then the staff will come in one by one. She'll go seat by seat and collect your paper, and then she will passes it to the staff who is in front of the audition room. so they can pass it to the judge and the cameraman who's inside. I didn't wait that long. I was like in the hall for about maybe an hour or so. So it was really not that long like all those other SM audition experience. Basically how it works is 20 people will get called to go for the audition. Before my group's number, my group was 20 people, they called 280 to 300. So those 20 people will go in first and whatever. And then, you know, that's when like reality sunk into me. I was like, oh dang, I'm going to that room soon. So I was trying to calm my nerves by like, you know, singing and dancing along to the songs they were playing. They were playing like EXO and like NCT. And then my group number finally got called, which was 300 to 320. So basically they tell us to line up. And then after we line up, they will bring us to the audition room. So there were 4 audition rooms. Audition room A, B, C, and D. My group got audition room B, if I'm not mistaken. We waited outside the audition room for 15 to 20 minutes as we waited for the previous group inside there to finish up whatever they needed to do. We were also told to only sing the key parts of the songs, or whichever parts that you think would show your vocals the best. If you're going for vocal, please do only sing the parts that could impress the judges the most. We were told to leave all our belongings outside. We were not allowed to bring in our bags, our phones, whatever. All was to be left outside. After the previous group finished up, we were finally let in. 300, 310 were let in first, starting from 310 to descending order. So 310, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 would go in and stand in a line, while 311 to 320 would go in as well but wait on the chairs instead. As I walked into the room, I saw there was 1 judge and 1 cameraman. Basically, the judge is, I think, directly from SM. I don't know if the cameraman is as well, but he had a camcorder to record each and every one of us. 300 will be told to sing first, so we'll go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the next group. As 300 starts singing, you know, the cameraman will point to 300, and you know, as it sing and it's done, and then the judge goes "Nah," which he did for like all of us. He would straight away point to the next person. No, nothing else. You sing, you're done, that's it. You sing for like 10 to 30 seconds and that's it. Even though on the website it says you are given 2 minutes to show your talent, that is not it. You don't even get 1 minute. After group 1 was finally done, they left the room, and then it was finally my group's turn. So I was the third to sing in my group. I sang Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. I don't know if that's how you say your name, but yeah, I sang the key part of the song, which is like the bridge of the song. I'm not too confident on how I did because I felt like my nerves got the best of me and my voice was quite shaky, but you know, what's done is done. I can't do anything else. So after that, I made friends with some of the people in my group because, you know, I don't think Razin would mind me saying his name, but yeah, I met a friend named Razin and he sang really well. He sang Havana by Camila Cabello, and like he sang so good, I was shocked. But anyway, so there's 10 people in the group, right? The group before mine was not told to sing again, but 4 people in my group was told to sing again. In fact, Razin was told to sing 3 times instead of 2 times. So that was like really impressive, I think. Being told to sing again, I think, is a good sign because I think the judge wants to see your vocal ability in a different song or so. So that's what they want to try out. But yeah, after the last person sang again, we were finally done. We left the room. I'm like gonna fill in names. I don't think Razin minds, but I'm gonna fill names for the others. If you're comfortable with me saying your name, just DM me and I'll like put in the description your fake name and your real name. So I'm gonna call, well, Razin is Razin, and I'm gonna call the other one Ellie and Amy. So me, Razin, Ellie, and Amy were like freaking out outside the room because we're like, oh my god, that just happened. What the heck just happened? And after that, we broke apart. You know, we exchanged Instagrams and stuff. After that, me and Razin went for lunch. We hung out around Pavilion. And you know, we were supposed to go for a movie, but instead we went back to the Federal Hotel after to Pavilion. Now this is where like all the interesting things personally happened. So basically when we got back, there was honestly not that much people. I thought there would be way more people, but like I said, I don't think people had to wait very long. You know, I think the way they arranged this audition specifically was for it to go by very smoothly without having people wait for like 5-7 hours. So when we got there, we just kind of sat, and we also met a group of 6 or 7 girls who came to not audition but support like only one friend. That was so sweet. Yeah, we talked to them a bit and stuff. And after that, we were told to move because we were kind of blocking the ramp. And after that, we moved back to like in front of the audition room. There's like a sitting place, and it was kind of preoccupied. The only sitting place available was like this table and 2 chairs. So since it was only me and Razin just asked one of the staff like, can we sit here? And the staff said, yeah, go ahead. And as we sat there, we talked to one of the staffs. He was very friendly, he was very nice. I won't mention his name, but I'll fill in the fake name. He was Matt. So we talked to Matt here and there, you know. I offered him some water because he looked like super duper tired. After that, we just sat there for like until like I think the end of the day. We sat there till the end of the day, so we kind of accidentally just like we helped out, you know. We took care of the bags. I started noticing that people started to told to stay back. That's the interesting part. People were told to stay back, but I think only a few people were told to stay back, not so many, and I think majority of them were males. I noticed out of all of them, I noticed 4 males. One of them was Razin's friend, and one of them was like this really tall guy. I won't go into much detail in case you know, it bothers him. If you're watching this video and if you do want your name to be, I didn't exchange names with the tall guy, but you know, I have high hopes for him. It seems like he can really get in, so hopefully he does get in. Then we'll have a Malaysian idol in SM. So those 4 people, and among the 2 people that I spoke to, one was Razin friend and one was the tall guy. He really had visuals. So I talked to the tall guy first, me and Razin, and we just kind of asked like, oh, how was your audition? Because we were like being really friendly. We wanted to talk to everyone, and we just asked him, oh, how was your audition? And he said, it was fine and whatever. And he said he got told to stay back. They asked him a few questions. I won't be stating the questions that he was asked in case that is confidential, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, he was asked a few questions. It's his experience was very similar to a private audition, personally, I think. But yeah, and then after that, Razin's friend came out and we talked to him as well, and you know, they told him to sing and dance. Other than that, I'm not sure. And then there was like another guy who stayed up until the very last bit. I stayed there until like maybe like 8 o'clock because I was lazy and I didn't want to take the train home, so I waited for my mom to pick me up instead. So I was there until like literally even all the staff left. The reason why they finished so late was because of this one guy who was still like, you know, going through the audition process. It was very much like a private audition. I didn't talk to him though because, you know, his mom was waiting. Shout out to his mom for waiting for him for so long. So I didn't talk to him, unfortunately, but you know, he might get in as well. Like I said, I noticed most of the staybacks were males. I think it's for, you know, the whole NCT unit thing happening. So yeah, basically that was my experience. I enjoyed myself a lot. But here are my tips though. Definitely please eat before you go for the audition. Drink a lot of water because I found myself getting really thirsty. Thankfully I brought like a bottle of water in my bag. Third of all is like, be confident. Don't let your nerves get to you. You know, if you don't get this, you have nothing to lose. This is like the first step, you know. So just be confident if that's possible. I know being confident is not the easiest thing, but that's something you can try. You know, what I did to calm my nerves is, you know, like I said, while sitting and waiting in the hall, I just, you know, sang and danced along to all the songs they were playing because, you know, I listen to SM artists as well, so I could really like, you know, have fun in there. Oh yeah, that's one more thing. Just have fun. Don't stress over it too much. Don't beat yourself up over it because like, take it more as an experience than like something like you need. Because like, this is an experience that will stay with you for life. Especially if it's like your first time trying out something like this. So yeah. One last tip though is, oh, like, I've not heard anyone else say this. Like in all other videos, they always say come early, you know, you're gonna have to wait really long. Personally, for the Malaysian one, I suggest that you come later because I was one of the people who came earlier, and I noticed that the people who came earlier didn't really get told to stay back, while the people who came later got told to stay back more, especially people from audition rooms A and D, I think. I think it's because the staff probably thought, oh, we probably have more time to, you know, ask them more questions and whatever. So do come later if that's like the situation is similar to the Malaysian one, because I think you'll have more time because my group seemed like pretty rushed, so people who came later like had more time to do it. So yeah, that brings to the end of my SM audition experience. You know, I left after everything happened. My mom finally picked me up. So that's, if you have any questions, you can leave them down below. I'll probably answer, or you can ask on my social networking sites, which will also be left down below. My Twitter and Instagram, that's the only social networking sites I have, as well as my YouTube. And if you're a previous subscriber or a person who enjoys my covers, I'm just sorry I don't upload often. If you have any song suggestions, you can leave them down below, whether they're English or Korean. Go ahead, I'll try to sing some of them. And you know, like, share, subscribe, all the things YouTubers says. I hope this video does help you out if you do intend on auditioning, but I think after the Malaysian one, I think there is only China and Japan. I don't know if there's a lot of English speaking Chinese or Japanese, but you know, I hope this video helps you out anyway. So this is me signing off.